As we can see, Truella has her hands rather full. The stress of a rebellious child and a somewhat off-the-rocker aunt is just the beginning. The thoughts of her son being at war are constantly filling her mind, and she really struggles with giving her cares to the Holy Godfather concerning the well-being of her son. On the upside, though, business is doing very well for Truella, especially since the Dwayne Do lost its popularity. Well, I shouldn't say it lost its popularity. Actually, no one could pull off the Dwayne Do except Sir Dwayne himself. So everyone just kind of lost hope and started looking for a cut that was less anointed. Anyway, business is doing well. But Truella still has her challenges. Some of her challenges come from her clients, but most of her challenges come from her co-workers. Now, Truella really tried hard to find good, godly women to work with her. But things were so much different in her day and time than when she was a little girl. I mean, there was just less godliness. There was just rebellion and perversion and violence and just a general lack of concern for what was godly and true. So Truella had to compromise in order for business to prosper. Every day she was tested. And the more she stood up for what was right and godly, well, the more she was persecuted. Okay, come on.
What a day already. I do not know what I'm going to do with that child of mine. She better be ready when her father gets home. She's not going to get away with this disrespect any longer. Go ahead. And Aunt Harmonica, if she only remembered.
You are too funny. Oh my gosh, girl.
Good morning, ladies.
Hey, Truella.
So, how was your weekend?
Ugh, don't even get me started. Most people hate Mondays, but I live for them. I couldn't wait to get those bratty kids out of the house and let those teachers take care of them. And that husband of mine, thank God he is finally out of the house. All he does is sit around all weekend long. Can't even stand to be in the same room as him.
So, I'm guessing you two are still having problems?
I ain't the one with the problems. He's the one with all the problems.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I married that man. We have absolutely nothing in common. All he does is go to work, come home, expect me to cook him dinner, while he sits on the couch and falls asleep. Barely spends any time with the kids and never helps out around the house. Oh, that man drives me crazy.
Girl, if I was you, I'd leave that man of yours. Shoot, I'd leave him with all those kids of yours, too. Just pack up and leave them all. That'll learn him. Yeah, and then I'd go out and find myself a real man. Sure enough, that's what you need to do. Isn't that right, Truella?
Oh, well, maybe you're leaving your husband isn't the best option. Have you tried talking to him and telling him how you feel?
That man don't care how I feel. All he cares about is himself.
That's a man for you. Only out for himself.
I mean, have you considered counseling?
Do you think my husband will pay for counseling? I'm lucky I have any undergarments considering how cheap that man is. And you think I'm going to pay $50 out of my hard-earned check to sit on some couch and watch that man fall asleep? That ain't happening.
I'm telling you, girl, you need to leave that deadbeat. You deserve better.
Mary, leaving your husband is not the option. When you married that man, you made a covenant to him and to God that you would stick with him through the good times and the bad. The Bible says what God brings together, let no man separate.
Oh, no. Here we go with that Bible stuff again.
Truella, look, I respect the fact that you believe in God and your faith and all that, but I told you before, it's not for me.
But I'm just trying to help.
You know, it's really easy for you to tell me to stick with my man and not leave, but what do you know? You have it made. You have the perfect husband who will do anything for you and those perfect kids.
Well, I mean, Frederick is awesome, but he is certainly not perfect. We have our share of problems too, but we don't give up because we made a commitment to each other. God, and if you only knew what I was going through with my oldest daughter, you would be so...
Truella, I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear anymore. You believe what you want to believe, and I'm going to do what I need to do.
Yeah, and that means leave that bum.
Yeah, and that means leaving. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, no. Look at that crazy lady again. I can't some more of her. Mary, you want to find ourselves scarce at 10 o'clock home?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Aunt Harmonica, do you need something? Aunt Harmonica. Aunt Harmonica.
Land's sakes, child. No need to shout. Next time.
Do you need something? Could you go to the house and play that thing? I've had a rather rough day and I need to spend time with the Holy Godfather.
How did I get out here anyway?
Oh my goodness.
I must have been so caught up in the spirit, he just led me right out here to you. Well, please excuse me while I go back to play those glorious music even the angels envy.
Are you kidding me? Holy Godfather, could this day get any worse? And that was not a challenge, by the way.
What seems to be the problem, my love?
Did you not just see what happened?
Of course I did, Truella. I see everything that happens.
I don't understand why my coworkers treat me like they do. All I ever try to do is reach out and love them, and all I ever do is come back with a nub. They just think I'm an imbecile. Why can't they just get smart and surrender their lives to you?
You know, you haven't always been the fastest turtle in the race either, my love.
What do you mean?
Well, have you surrendered your life to me, Truella?
Of course I have, Holy Godfather.
Then if your life is no longer your own but mine, why do you care so much about what they think of you? If you were fully surrendered to me, it wouldn't matter how they treat you.
Well, I guess I just don't know how to handle this opposition yet. I mean, I try to stand up for what's right, but all I ever do is get shot down.
Welcome to Christianity, Truella. I never told you that being in my kingdom would be the Walt Disney World of the Spirit. It's a constant war, my child. Anytime you oppose darkness, you're bound to get shot at. But it's up to you if you're going to let it kill you or just make you stronger.
Holy Godfather, I really do not feel like talking about war right now.
And that's another thing, Truella, my love. You must release William into my hands. Indeed, he is your child, but he was my child first. I have just given him to you for a short while. He is my son, and you will have to trust me with him.
But what if something happens to him? He's just a young boy. Why did it have to be him? Why did it have to be my son that was chosen to possibly die for the freedom of these people?
You know, honey, I asked myself that same question years ago.
Yeah, I guess you did.
Truella, I put in your son to be a warrior. You know that ever since he was a young lad, he had a passion to fight. And not just to fight, but to fight for what was godly and right. He's doing what I created him to do right now. I need you, honey, to do what I created you to do as well. You may not be fighting in a physical war, but you are fighting in a spiritual war, a spiritual battle. And I need you to use every bit of your strength and courage and the faith that you've gained throughout your life to fight this good fight of faith.
Yes, Holy Godfather. I will fight and I will not give up. I will trust you in everything.
Everything? Okay, so that even goes for Elizabeth. She is my child as well. You and Frederick have trained her in the way she should go, and you have to trust that no matter what it looks like, she will not depart from it.
Yes, Father.
Now go, my child, and remember, I love you very, very much.